Good day, everyone. Good day, everyone. Today, we're going to discuss what is business plan, why is business plan important, and how does it helps entrepreneurs succeed. Before we start, let me start with a short story about Tony the technician. So Tony worked as an automobile technician for over 20 years. He was excellent at his job and received high customer service ratings. So because of this, Tony believed that he could earn more money by starting his own business. So without much planning, he printed business cards and made a sign that said Tony the technician. He quit his job and opened his business within just a few days. Tony made a very fast decision. While he had a strong technical skills, he did not take time to plan. Because of this, his chances for success were uncertain. So being a good at skill does not automatically means being good at running a business. So, if Tony had talked to me first, I would have advised him to create a business plan before quitting his job. This would help him prepare for expenses, competition, customers, techniques, and a long-term goals. Now, what is business plan? Business plan is a written document that explains all the steps needed to start and operate a business successfully. It serves as a road map for the entrepreneur. A good business plan explains what the business will produce or offer, how the product or service will be made, how the target customers are, or who the target customers are, who will manage the business and supply the materials, how the business will compete with other businesses, and how the business will earn a profit through proper financial planning. The importance of business plan cannot be overstated. First, it helps the owner clearly understand the business idea. Second, it helps avoid costly mistakes by planning ahead. Third, it is very important for investors because they want to know where their money will go and how the business will succeed. And lastly, a business plan serves as a guide as the business grows and faces challenges. So in conclusion, writing a business plan may be difficult, but it is one of the most important steps in starting a business. It can truly make or break a business. If Tony had taken time to plan, his chances of success would have been much higher. So, to conclude, again, business plan is important when you are starting your own business. A business plan serves several important purposes in starting and running a business. It has three. First, a business plan explains the idea behind the business. It clearly describes what the product or service is, how it will be produced, and how it will be sold. This is important because investors need to see that the business idea is strong. The product or services should be something completely new, or at least better or more affordable than what it is already available in the market. The business plan also identifies the target customers and explains how the business will attract and retain them. Second, a business plan sets specific objectives and explains how the business plans to achieve them. It includes sales projection for the short term, which is the first year of operation, the medium term, which is the 2 to 5 years after startup, and the long term, which took or looks 5 years into the future. This part of the plan also discusses future products and services, as well as the possible expansion plans, showing that the business has a clear direction and long-term vision. Lastly, a business plan describes the background and experience of the people who will run the business. Banks and investors consider management skills very important when deciding whether to provide funding. By presenting education, experience, and skills of the business owners and managers, the plan builds trust and increases the chances of receiving financial support. Overall, the main purpose of business plan is to help prove that the business idea is realistic, well-planned, and capable of succeeding.
So let us now proceed to the next topic, which is what goes into a business plan. So, a business plan is a written guide that explains how a business will work and how it plans to become successful. It shows the direction of the business and help owners stay focused on their goals. It is also important because investors and lenders use it to decide if they will support the business. So, even though a business plan may look different depending on the size or type of the business, they all serve the same purpose. Whether it is a small home based business or a large company, a business plan helps explain the idea clearly and shows how the business will operate. So, a business plan has three main parts: the introductory elements, the main body, and the appendix. So, the introductory elements give basic information about the business, while the appendix contains supporting documents. However, the most important part is the main body. The main body contains most of the information about the business ideas and explains in detail how the business will succeed. This is the second where the goals this is the section rather where the goals, plans, and strategies. So now I will be discussing the introduction section of a business plan. The introduction gives an overall picture of the business. It explains what the business is, what it plans to do, and what its goals are. This helps readers quickly understand the purpose and direction of the business. This section also can explains who owns the business and what legal structure it follows, such as whether it is owned by one person, partners, or a corporation. This is important because the legal structure affects how the business operates and makes decisions. In addition, the introduction highlights the skills and experience that the owners bring to the business. This helps show that the people running the business are capable and prepared. It is also explains that the advantages in business has over its competitors, such as better service, better quality, or a unique idea. Lastly, the section includes the short term, medium term, and long term goals of the business. These goals show that the business plans to achieve now, in the near future, and in the So for the last slide, I will discuss the marketing section of a business plan. The marketing section explains how the business will attract and serve its customers. It starts by describing the products or services offered and what makes them unique or different from others in the market. This section also talks about the market, including who the target customers are and how large the market is. Knowing the target market is important because it helps the business focus on the right customers. In addition, the marketing section discusses the industry. This includes external factors such as competition, industry growth, economic conditions, and technology trends that may affect the business. Understanding these factors helps the business prepare for challenges and opportunities. Lastly, this section explains the location of the business and why it is important to success. The right location can help attract customers, reduce costs, and support the overall goals of the business.
So, financial management. Financial management is a vital part of a business plan that focuses on determining the financial needs of the business and ensuring the effective use of financial resources. It involves identifying costs, expenses, and potential financial risk in order to maintain financial control and support the long term sustainability of the business. So, to explain further about financial management, it's about how a business handles its money. It helps identify the cost, expenses, and possible financial risks. By managing finances properly, the business can control spending and stable in the long run. So we have three key financial components, which are risk identification, financial statements, funding requests, and return on investment. So first we have risk identification. So risk identification allows the business to anticipate challenges such as competition, increasing operational cost, and changes in customers' demand. So to explain further risk identification, this part focuses on identifying possible challenges that the business may face in the future. These risks may include strong competition, increasing operational cost, or changes in customers' demand. By recognizing these risks early, the business can prepare strategies to reduce their impact and avoid unexpected loss. Now, moving on to financial statement. Financial statements, particularly pro forma statements, present projected revenues and expenses and help evaluate the financial feasibility of the business. So financial statements, these statements shows the expected revenues and expenses of the business. They help determine whether the business is financially feasible and capable of generating profit in the long run. Now, last we have on the list the funding request and return on investment. The funding component explains the amount of capital required, how it will be, and the expected return on investment. So, this explains how much capital that the business needs, where the money will be used, and what investors determine whether the business is financially feasible and capable of generating profit in the long run. Now, moving on to the operations and concluding statement. So, the operations sections describes how the business will be managed on a daily basis, including staffing, equipment, production process, and safety measures. So, operations, it refers to how the business will be managed on a daily basis. This includes the number of employees needed, the equipment to be used, and also the production process, and also the safety measures implemented in the workplace. And last but not the least, we have the concluding statement. So this one summarizes the overall goals and objective of the business and emphasizes the owner's commitment to success, thereby strengthening the confidence of investors and leaders. So concluding statements, the overall goals and objectives of the business. It highlights the vision of owners and their commitment to making the business successful.
Now I will talk about completing a business plan. After writing the main parts, we add the introductory elements and the appendix. This make the business plan clear and organized. The cover letter introduces the business and explains the needed funding. The title page shows the business name, owner, date, and contact details. The table of contents help readers find each section easily. The statement of purpose explains why a loan is needed and how the money will be used. The executive summary gives a short overview of the whole business plan. The appendix includes supporting documents. To put it all together, the business plan should clearly show what the company wants to do and convince others that the idea will succeed. The plan must be neat, well organized, and attractive to read. Handwritten plans are not allowed. It should be type printed on white paper and follow a standard format with an introduction, main body, and appendix.
Good day everyone. Today I will discuss the importance of a business plan. First, provide clear direction. A business plan gives direction to the business. It clearly states the goal, vision, and mission of the business. It also explains what product or services will be offered and who the target customers are. Because of this, the business owners knows what to do and what steps to follow. Without a business plan, the business may become confused and unfocused. And second, help secure funding. A business plan is important when applying for loan or investments. Bank and investors want to see if the business is well planned and for profitable. The business plan shows financial expected income and how the money will be used. This help investor decide whether they should support the business or not. Third, improve decision making. A business plan helps the owner make better decisions since it's based on research and careful planning. The owner can choose the best strategies for marketing, pricing, and operation. Instead of guessing, the owner uses the business plan as a guide when making important decisions. Fourth, identify risks and challenges. Through the business plan, possible problems are identified early. These problems may include strong competitors, financial difficulties, and changes in the market. By knowing these risks ahead of time, the business can prepare solution and serious losses. Lastly, monitor business progress. A business plan helps track performance of the business. It allows the owners to compare planned goals with actual results. If the business is not meeting its target, the owner is identify what went wrong and adjust strategies. This helps the business improve continuously and achieve long-term success.
Research the business plan. A business plan must show that the business idea is practical and supported by facts. To do this, entrepreneurs need to research different aspects of the business such as costs, pricing, competitors, and resources. Developing a business plan takes time, patience, and careful research, but it helps entrepreneurs understand how a business works and improves their chances of success. Research also involves seeking advice from experienced organizations and professionals. Several community, government, and professional resources are available to help entrepreneurs create a strong business plan. The Business Plan or SBA is a government agency that helps people start, grow, and manage small businesses by providing guidance, support, and assistance. Next is the Small Business Development Centers, SBDC, offers free one-on-one counseling and low-cost workshops for small business owners. They help with business planning, training, and technical support, especially for those who cannot afford private consultants. Another helpful Another helpful source is SCORE, which is made up of retired business executives who volunteer to guide entrepreneurs. SCORE provides free advice, mentoring, and workshops on topics such as business planning, marketing, and management.
The next one is Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber of Commerce offers assistance and information to entrepreneurs in many communities. It helps business owners by providing details about local business trends, available resources, and important zoning and licensing requirements. This allows entrepreneurs to better understand the business environment in their area. The next one is the trade associations. Trade associations are organizations made up of professionals in a specific industry. They provide information, education, and networking opportunities. Entrepreneurs benefits from these associations by gaining industry knowledge, learning best practices, and building connections with people in the same field. Another source is professional consultants. Professional consultants are experts hired by entrepreneurs to assist them in managing their business. They offer specialized advice and guidance, especially in areas where entrepreneurs may lack experience. These consultants can be found through libraries or online directories. Okay, so the next one is the financial institutions. Financial institutions help entrepreneurs who may not be familiar with the financial aspects of starting and running a business. Bankers and accountants assist in preparing the financial section of a business plan by explaining loans, budgets, and financial statements. Next one is print resources. It includes books, magazines, and other written materials that provide information for a business plan. Public Libraries offers book on entrepreneurship, marketing, financing, staffing, franchising, and business plan writing. Magazines focus on small businesses and specific industries are also helpful. Lastly is the online resources. Online resources are digital platforms that provides business-related informations through the internet. Websites such as SBA, SBDC, and SCORE offer the same valuable information found in print, along with the articles and resources related to entrepreneurship.
So let's talk about my topic, business planning mistakes. Key mistakes to avoid. Many business fail because of poor planning. The key mistakes to avoid are 1. Unrealistic financial estimates. Using exaggerated income or growth number without solid proof. So it's mean overestimating profit or underestimating costs. Make a business plan unreliable. Financial projection should be based on realistic assumptions, proper calculations, and credible data to show that the business understands its financial situation. Number 2, identified target market. Failing to clearly identify and understand the intent customer. A business plan must clearly identify its target customers. Failing to define who the customers are, what they need, and why they will choose the product or service weakens the plan. Assuming the product appeals to everyone is a common mistake. Number 3, poor research quality. Relying on outdated or incomplete market cost and pricing data. Using outdated, incomplete, or inaccurate research leads to poor decisions. Make size, pricing, cost, and demand must be supported by updated and reliable research to build trust and accuracy. Number 4, ignoring competition. Not identifying competitors or explaining how the business will compete. Not acknowledging competitors create doubt among investors. A strong plan identifies key competitors and clearly explains how the business will compete and offer better value in the market. Number 5, inconsistency in the plan. Lack of agreement between sections such as marketing strategy and financial goals. So all sections of the plan must be connected and consistent. Marketing strategy should match financial goals, and the overall plan should be clear, organized, and well written. Reviewing the plan helps catch errors and improve clarity.